like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels.
She wearing heels, girl, you know I like them heels. When she's walking in them heels, sex appeal, so revealing, so hypnotic, so exotic. She's as sexy as she feels when she's walking in them heels. She's walking in them heels.
It's like, what's your name? Better than ass like that to blow the picture out the frame. Mommy stay reppin' whenever she step in. Shorty stay fly even during the recession. Long as the hilltop match the dress. I don't care if it's top shelf or for good to pay less. Shape of a bottle with the walk of a model. Damn, she so mean when she puffin' on that green. Maybe it's the jeans, or maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe it's me, or maybe it's you, or maybe it's the Jimmy Choo. Lil' mama stay bossin', whatever it take. From New York to Texas on up to Salt Lake. Even at the market, it's like the red carpet. Everywhere she goes like a fashion show. See, I'm a go-getter, and she a go-getter. Got ice as cold as winter day, you leave your chick with us, come on.
Heels, girl, you know I like them heels. When she's walking in them heels, sex appeal, so revealing, so hypnotic, so exotic. She's as sexy as she feels when she's walking in them heels. She's walking in them heels.
I like your confidence, sexiness, all of that is evident. Stepping real smooth like you stepping for the president. Heel hit the ground, body started settling. Ass started shaking, I almost gave you some medicine. Body looking delicate, smooth, elegant. Perched in them heels, relaxing like a pelican, yeah. Girl, you know I like to win. Body looking like a S, watch it as it bends. Go ahead and snake, move like a python. Body too sexy, girl, leave them lights on. Women are from Venus, men are from Mars. You know I got the right one, baby. Ray Charles. She rocking Christian Louboutins, all those pouting. Hard as a mountain, body arched, squirting like a fountain. Once, even twice, but tell me who's counting heels.
It's on me still. See, I be climbing up them hills like Jack and Jill, but I ain't shooting for no water. Nah, it's more like a son or a daughter. I ain't got a spoiler. Look, I'ma pay her own bills, homie, you bet that. I just get behind her and tell her to back. Bend over slightly and give it a tap. He'll sending me Morse codes, tell me to tap that. Twisted in the head, got me twisted like a dread. Take them heads over heels and put them heels over head. Yeah, you heard what I said. Shorty bout bread, and if you think the cat's bad, just look at that ass. In the East Coast, they be like on the real son. In the South, they be like, shorty got a fat one. In the Midwest, little mama go fed. In the West, she be jerking all over the bed. Come on.
She wearing heels, girl, you know I like them heels. When she's walking in them heels, sex appeal, so revealing, so hypnotic, so exotic. She's as sexy as she feels when she's walking in them heels. She's walking in them heels.
I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels. I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels. I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels. I like it when she walk, but I love it when she stepping in them heels.
Like create your own. Yo, what it do? We are live in the building. Thank you so much. You're far too kind. I don't even know how to operate this thing. Thank you. I just seen somebody hit the like button. I definitely appreciate that. How's everybody doing today? It is another Sunday and another episode of Ace of Spades Podcast, where we just gonna give you our opinions on a lot of different topics, and hopefully we can hear yours as well. I am your host, Marcus, aka E. I don't care what you call me, just call me baby. You feel me? Let's see what we got going on today. Housekeeping stuff. Let's do a little bit of housekeeping. All right, so if it's your first time coming through, please hit the sub and hit the notification so you'll know every time we go live. Also, hit the like button as well. It helps with the algorithm. I don't know. It just makes me feel all warm and fuzzy inside. And I appreciate it. I appreciate that you appreciate me. You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you. And what else is going on? Oh, at the end of the last Sunday of the month, we end up doing like a little open mic type of thing. So if you want to come in and chop it up, you can. And also, I just spotted you. I spotted you, Prophet. Also, if you like, you can come in, talk about whatever, put something in the comment, and we'll talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. You feel me? So what else is there? Is that it? Oh, for those that don't know, I'm gonna talk about it all throughout the show, but we have another show that's coming up. It's called King of Spades. And this is going to be where we talk about, just some man stuff and we hang out, kicking it, and try to solve all the problems in the world from a man's perspective. You feel me? So without any further ado, this dude is doing triple overtime work right here, which is Steve G over here. But without any further ado, we're going to go ahead and jump into it. I do not think I made Vanessa a tag. I am so sorry. But first and foremost, we will give a how you do to Gooch the Prophet. If you don't know, you can find Gooch at YouTube. You just type in Gooch the Prophet. You can also find him on Instagram at Big Gooch __ and you can find him on Facebook at Gooch the Prophet, and TikTok on at Prophet Pressure. That's PRESHSA. And again, that is your boy, none other than Gooch the Prophet. The next one, I'm gonna come back to you. I'm sorry. And the next one, this is not Trap. This is Vanessa. And last and definitely not least is your boy Steve, man, in the building. Appreciate having you here. If you do not know, you can find Steve over at Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Periscope, all at DizRiz TV. Also at Twitch at www.twitch.tv/DizRiz. And you can find them right here on YouTube at DizRizENT. DizRiz Boondocks Review, which is blowing up, man. Congrats on that. DizRiz TV, all here on YouTube. Also, my guy he got a bachelor degree at university, at Full Sail University, where he does the digital cinematography and all that, man. He's really, really dope. And he got that merch over there at DizRizENTmerch.com, man. Please check it out, man. That is the big homie Steve G. And the panel, my thing, move a little bit slow over here. But how you doing, Gooch, man? How you doing on this Sunday? What up, Kay?
Man, I'm just maintaining, you know what I'm saying? Taking a day of rest. You know, I've been working out and training very, very hard throughout the week. So now I'm just taking it easy. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm ready to spill some light on the people now.
All right, what you was over there working on, man?
Just full body, you know, cardio, chest, arms, legs, you know what I mean? Just
man, whole shebang, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm actually finna sign up with this new gym, you know what I'm saying, around the corner and see what that's about. I'm excited about that.
Bet that, man. You know what? I'm about to sign up for a gym too, man, because I need to get up in there. And don't be, hey, why you smiling like that, Vanessa? I don't like the way you rolling your eyes. I do not appreciate that.
I don't like the way you lying.
Oh, man. Shots fired already. Oh, man. If y'all don't know and y'all new to the thing, man, here is Vanessa. Vanessa, how are you doing today?
I'm blessed. I'm happy to be off today. Happy to join y'all today.
Well, I'm glad to have you here today, man. You know what I'm saying? It's been a while. I think you was on the last one, though, right? No. That was Black Sunflower that was on there. I think you was on the one before, though.
No.
I think somewhere. Yeah, something. I don't know, man. My days all run together.
It's been a minute.
It's been a minute. Okay, well, I'm glad that you're here. Steve G, man, how are you doing on this Sunday?
Man, I'm over here like an octopus, man. I need one more arm.
Oh, man.
Catch up with all this other shit I'm doing.
You ain't lying, man. You got all different channels jumping in and out. I'm like, yo, what is this? What is going on over here? This guy is busy, man. If y'all haven't already subscribed to his channel, man, he has. Just go ahead and click on the icon. Oh, no, I don't think you can do that anymore, can you? But that's the name of his channels, man. Please go over there and hit the subscribe on them joints, man. I am so happy to have each and every one of y'all in here. Thank you for everybody that also hit the like. Thank you so much. I do have to, correct myself. I think I made a misstep last time we was on here. It doesn't happen too often, but I think that I was saying, hey, man, you should hit the like button or hit the subscribe just because I'm a black content creator. I do not subscribe to that. I do apologize. Hit it because you like the content, not because I'm black, man. You just because you like the content. That's all. So I would like to correct the record on that one. So yeah, if you like it, smash it. If not, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? It's not for everybody, but yeah, let's get that. Let's get the subscribes up. Oh man, you know what? I'm gonna pop some bottles. If we get 100 subscribers, I'm popping bottles, man. I'm popping bottles. We're gonna have yes. We're gonna. Well, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can do one of them bottles. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, had to give me some Moscato
get that
or
sparkling
something.
grape juice.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. Now you ain't gonna be talking bad about me this whole time on the show. Now, I'm a big boy. I can drink more than sparkling wine. All right, so we're gonna do it just like we do. Oh, what up, Lynn H? Good evening, humans. Beat burp to you too. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and keep this thing moving just like we do usually around this time. You know what I'm saying? We like to do this thing with the icebreaker questions, right? So we're going to go ahead, jump into those, and then we will get it going. Oh, also, we have right out the gate before the show even started, we had a show sponsor, man. None other. If you'd like to donate to the stream, you can. It's not, of course not mandatory or required. No, you said no. No, all right. So if you want to, you can donate. But we did get an anonymous tip from somebody on the panel, a donation from somebody on the panel. I just want to say thank you. I ain't gonna say who it is. I think they know who it is. But I want to say thank you for that. But they don't want me to put the name up, so I'm not gonna do it, even though it's in there. But they would have been a show sponsor. But yes, anything that you donate will go to the stream to help make it bigger and better. Matter of fact, the person said, "Hey, good luck on getting that stream deck." So I really do appreciate that. All right. So without any further ado, we're gonna go ahead once again and jump into this thing. All right. So I'm gonna start with Goose the Prophet, man. Since you out here doing your thing, looking good. I seen you transform, and then you transform back. I didn't know if you was gonna if that was gonna be your alter ego on here or what, but I seen you transform back, so we ain't gonna say nothing. We'll wait till if it comes back out. Yeah. It'll come back out. But let me ask you, good sir, what are 3 values you treasure most in a relationship?
Ooh. First of all, number 1 is honesty. You got to keep it G with me. You know what I'm saying? And tell me the truth. You know what I'm saying? The next thing is loyalty. You understand what I'm saying? Honesty, loyalty, and then last but not least is respect. So honesty, loyalty, and respect. You understand what I'm saying? Because you can mess up, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? But as long as you keep it G with me, we can work past it. Because you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to take correction. If you can't take correction, you can't take direction. You know what I'm saying? And that's just going to be all bad. So we got honesty, loyalty, and respect.
Oh, man, that sounds like that's a squad right there. I like that. Lynn says honesty, trust. I hear that. You missing one, Lynn. Give me one more. Give me one more on there. I like that avatar, too. What is that? Is that Aliens and Predator? Is that alien? Not Predator, but yeah, Predator. Is that Alien? I can't see. And Ms. Zion says honesty, respect, and compassion. I hear that. Vanessa, why don't you enlighten us? What are the 3 values you treasure most in a relationship?
Money. I'm just playing.
Oh, I think it is. You said that too quick.
Talking about that.
She said that too quick, didn't she? Money. Go ahead. Talk your shit.
Trust,
okay.
Transparency, and just the ability to care, like that's it.
Okay, okay, all right. Trust, honesty, and the ability to care. All right, that sounds
I
like a
said
good
transparency.
transparency.
Transparent.
Okay,
Yes.
transparent. Okay, all right, transparent. Hey, Steve, man, why don't you let us know what your three values are that you treasure in a relationship?
I'm with the panel on that. Honesty, loyalty, and the ability to compromise.
Ooh, that's a big one. Okay, okay, the compromise, man. What does that mean? I don't even know.
I'm just saying.
Uh,
I talked to my wife within the last 2 days. So
last
you know
two
what I'm
days,
saying.
okay, because
Yeah.
inquiring minds want to know. You know what I'm saying? Every other day you talk to her was today. I don't know. People be hitting me up all the time. Hey, did he talk to her or not? I don't know, man. I'll ask him next time I speak to him. Steve, I'm gonna bring it right back to you, man. Since you came up with that great answer right there. What was the best piece of feedback you ever received?
Um. Shit. Damn. I speak on my military days. Uh, get my head out my ass and keep pushing forward. That was the best, and it got me to where I'm at this day.
Oh yeah, man. That's important, man. No matter what, keep pushing forward. Vanessa, hey, look up here, Vanessa. Vanessa, look up, look up. What was man, the best piece of feedback you have ever received?
Um, to literally watch what I say, because I don't have a filter, so
What?
I have to watch what I say. Yeah. My
You don't
boss
have a?
told me that. He was like, if I want to move up, I need to watch what I say, because he was like, I'm just like him. So
Okay, okay. Well, why don't we practice that today?
no,
Why don't we start that
today
right
not gonna
now?
be
Because
the
you've been
day.
hitting me left and right, Vanessa. We need to practice this right now. I'm with your boss. All right, Goose the Prophet. What was the best piece of feedback you have ever received?
I got to say it's similar to what Vanessa said. Like mine is, it's this. I was told it's not what you say, it's how you say it. Sometimes
Ooh,
my delivery can be a bit brash and blunt. You know what I'm saying? Like so, you just gotta sometimes say it a little bit nicer. I guess you know what I mean. So
yeah.
communication.
I'm with you on that one, man, because I think the type of person that I am, um, I'm kind of direct sometimes, so it may come off as harshness, but it's just direct.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? It's just direct.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean any harm. It's meant with love. Messiah says, "Listen more, talk less." I wonder. Okay, that sounds good. I wonder if she takes that advice. That's
Oh
amazing.
shit.
That's a great thing. Kay says, you wrong for that. Ooh, who did that? And she said, patience. Who was wrong? Wait, what? What I miss? All right, so we're gonna go ahead and go to the next one. I'm gonna start back with you, Prophet, man. I'm gonna give it to you. Where do you find inspiration? Because I know you got a lot of stuff going on, man. You got your hands into a lot of different pots. Where do you find the inspiration for these things?
Man, to be honest with you, it's just I want to say God. You know what I mean? Like I find inspiration from a lot of things, but I think the thing that keeps me going the most is God. For the simple fact, I love His people, and which is my people. You know what I'm saying? I want to see us all win. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta do nothing but wake up and open my eyes and see how messed up the world is. That's really my inspiration. You know what
Okay,
I'm saying?
okay,
So, you know.
yeah. I love to hear it. I love to hear it. And Kay says what you said to Vanessa. I ain't say nothing to Vanessa. What is you talking about, Vanessa?
Thanks, Kay.
Where? Because I know you are a busy individual as well. Where do you find your inspiration?
I'm gonna say my daughter. Like I'm really just trying to live better for her in all aspects of my life. Trying to eat healthy, exercise, um, and stuff like that. So it's really my child.
Okay. That's not bad. I talked to your child too the other day. She said she really don't like you. Steve, we're gonna go with you. Where I'm just keeping it real. I'm sorry, maybe I shouldn't have said that, but that's what it is. Where
Strike
do you
two.
apologies. Steve, man, like I said, you wear a lot of hats as well, man. Especially just going through the intro. You wear a lot of hats. Where do you find the inspiration to keep going and to become as creative as you are?
Shit. I would say one thing, the way my parents raised me, especially my father, and then just looking at old pictures on not going back to that. That's like always in the front of my face. I always keep that in the forefront to keep me pushing forward and keep me, getting to whatever I need to get to and getting it done.
Okay. And I think Ms. Zion agrees with you. Ms. Zaya agrees with you as well. She says family. I definitely agree with that one. And I'm going to finish this last one up with starting with you, Steve. Being that you do have a lot of businesses and things going on, and a lot of pieces moving, which two companies would you like to be sponsored by?
Damn, that's a good one. Fuck. I'm actually, well, I ain't gonna put that out right now, but
Yeah.
I got some stuff going on with Chris Cyborg right now, and her shit. So I'm trying to get some shit done with that. So Chris Cyborg, definitely, the MMA fighter and boxer and multi fucking champion. Yeah. So I'm working with that right now. But shit, Sony, man. I would love to
Okay.
be sponsored by Sony with their equipment, cameras, all that shit. Even movies. Hopefully they'll help me prevent me from getting a copyright when I do reviews on this shit. You know what I'm saying?
My man, I hear that. I hear that. All right, Vanessa, if you could get sponsored by any two companies, which two companies would you want to be sponsored by?
Mm, I'm gonna say Apple for one, because I got Apple everything. Apple Watch, Apple phone, my Beats by Apple. Um, and then
Bowling.
I'm gonna say my favorite products to use, which is the La Roche Posay. I love their stuff. I want them to send me stuff all the time.
Is that
They
French?
got
What was that
it's like
again?
a La Roche Posay.
Is that French or something? What's that?
It might be French. I know is it works good.
Or what's the product, should I say?
I got the lotion, and I got eczema, so I gotta use that lotion. And then I got the face wash. Like it works amazing. No bumps.
Okay, so it does the skin the routine.
Hmm.
Yeah, okay. It looks good on you. It looks like it's working. Yeah.
It is.
So minus one of them strikes that I got.
I need to
And
send you some.
and Gooch the Prophet, man. What two companies? Because you got your hands in a lot of stuff as well, man. So what two companies would you like to be sponsored by?
I would have to say, like, aside from the personal stuff or like the stuff that they got going on, I don't necessarily agree with everything these companies have going. But if I had to pick two companies, number one would be Tesla. You know what I'm saying? I'd love to be sponsored by Tesla, just because I got some ideas on some tech and inventions that I want to get out there. And Walmart, you know what I mean? Because Walmart is just so gangster, you know what I mean? They sell everything. You gonna get off their block? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If they come to your block, you can't beat them. They hard to beat. You know. So,
Yeah, man. Yeah, because I definitely know that a lot of companies, man, back in the day disappeared when they rolled up, man. A lot of mom and pop spots disappeared when they rolled up. Messiah says Fenty, laugh out loud, only need one. All right. You only need one Fenty?
That sounds like a new purse or a new bag in the works or something.
No, Fenty. Wait, isn't that Rihanna's
yeah.
She do like clothes,
Is that
jogging suits, lingerie,
Oh, okay.
underwear.
Okay.
Hey.
Sounds good. Only need one. All right, then. Go on, girl. All right. So that's going to conclude the icebreakers there. And again, I want to thank Juice the Prophet, Vanessa, and Steve G for coming through, holding it down like always. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. And thank you to everybody that hit the like button coming through, man. I really do appreciate you. Thank you so much. So now we got to go ahead and get into the crazy stuff. Let's get into this nitty gritty. You feel me? So let's see. What's the first thing we're gonna talk about? Oh man, we're gonna talk about El Presidente, man. So as I'm sure that all y'all, or most of y'all, if not all y'all, are aware, is that former President Trump, is getting indicted, man. So we're gonna take a quick look at this, and then we're gonna come back and talk about it.
Here at the Manhattan District Courthouse tonight, this is the only official paperwork in the case against Donald Trump, stating that he's been indicted.
We'll go in there and we'll proceed to see a judge at some point, plead not guilty, start talking about filing motions, which we will do immediately.
The charge is expected to focus on alleged hush money paid by Mr. Trump to porn star Stormy Daniels during the 2016 campaign.
They don't have a playbook that they're going to be able to pull out and go, oh, ex-president indicted. We're going to do A, B, C, and D.
There are at least 2 other investigations targeting Mr. Trump that are federal, focused on possible January 6th crimes and on classified documents that were found at the Trump estate.
Alrighty then. So that's what's going on right now. And so with that being said, oh man, you know what? I forgot to duplicate these. Hopefully they don't mess up. But I'll just start off with you, Gooch, the Prophet, first, man. Actually, we'll talk about it. So, if you haven't heard, basically, former President Trump, soon to be President Trump, when he was running, candidate Trump, used some hush money to pretty much pay off a porn star. Now, that was illegal. So therefore, they are looking to charge him for that. Now I have heard both sides. People saying that, hey man, he was just trying to get some ass. To why are they doing this? They're only doing it to prevent him from running. To every aspect of it all. But he is the as he touted himself, the law and order president, man. So should presidents be above the law, former or present or former Prophet?
No, not at all. I don't think nobody should be above. But at the same time, free the real, free my dog till it's backwards. You know what I'm saying? I hate to see Thug going through this, man. But what? So what did she? What he hushed her for? What she was keeping for him?
Just the fact that he had a affair with her.
Okay, so yeah, I don't know, man. I don't think they should be above the law, but I real deal feel like they coming at my dog because they feel like he gonna restore the power back in the people in them hands. You know what I'm saying, and make it equal for everybody to get some of this bread. You know what I'm saying? I hate to see him going through it for real.
Okay. And Vanessa, same question to you. Like I said, he's going through this. He has broken the law. Should presidents or ex-presidents be above the law in your opinion?
No, I don't think anybody should be above the law. And before he's the president, he's a person like everybody else. I feel like it would be setting a bad example. As dumb as it is, like, what about all the presidents before him that was cheating and stuff like that? I mean,
Preach.
I don't know. I'm on the fence about it. Like, why crucify him for that and everybody else was doing it? So,
well, let's talk about it then. So the difference behind it is that they didn't break the law. It's not against the law to cheat. However, it is against the law to use campaign money to bribe someone to not bring up something.
Oh, okay.
That's
so
illegal.
he used the
Are
campaign money.
Are they sure it was campaign money?
They did their
That's what I was
research. They
gonna
didn't just speculate. They did their research.
Well, yeah, okay. So he's not
Yeah,
about
he
to be
dropped the
spending
ball
the
on that one.
campaign dollars. He could spend his if it was his own personal money. Yeah, he could fly with that, but not the campaign money.
Yeah,
Nah,
that's the whole.
Damn.
Yeah, that's the only thing that they got on him right now. Well, I mean, they got other things to look at as well, but that is definitely the one that they're looking at right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
So had he not did that, he would have been in the clear. I mean, he didn't know the power that he had at the time because, again, the tape came out of him saying that he sexually assaults women, and he then said, "Oh, I'm sorry for it," but then he turned back around. I don't know if y'all remember. He turned back around and said, "Yeah, no, that wasn't me. I ain't say it." So that was after I think he learned the power that he had over people to like him. Like you said, I can go to Fifth Ave, shoot somebody, and not lose any voters. So that's the power he started to learn. But had he known the power that he had, I think that he should have just said, "Yeah, I did it," and it would have kept moving. Steve, man, do you think a president? Well, what happened? Should a president be above the law, current or former, in your opinion?
No, I definitely agree with the panel on that. They should not. No one should be above the law. You know what I'm saying, in regards to laws that's made by Congress or presidents or whatever, right? But my whole thing is that was a drop of the ball on his behalf because he got enough money to wash that shit. He could, you know what I'm saying, and put that into his pocket and use some of the billions of dollars that mess up. You know what I'm saying? He should have put the vodka down that night and paid attention to what money was going where. You know what I'm saying?
Oh crap. Yeah. I definitely agree with you on that one.
That's like a big slip. Like that's a real goofball move. He really dropped the ball on that. I thought I give Trump, dog. I be giving him a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? But that was just dumb as hell. You know what I'm saying?
He's not the smartest president.
He got billions of
He's
dollars.
He's not the smartest president.
Yeah,
why he got billions of dollars?
Major slip.
He should have used his own personal money to fund his mysteries. Like,
oh my goodness, that's
why would you use the
crazy.
campaign money?
Because he trying to keep his money. He don't want to spend his money. He want to spend y'all money.
That man said, "Have some campaign money." No.
But to be told,
did he gift wrap it and give it to her?
No. So what happened is he had
he said it ain't my money.
Well, we were talking about the mobster movies before. That's basically what he did. So he had Michael Cohen, which was a lawyer, which was also coined his fixer. So he would just be like, "Yo, go ahead and take care of that for me." And Michael Cohen, based off of what he says, did it. He did whatever he said. So he advised him to do that, and he did so. What's that?
That lawyer gonna die.
Nah, he's been prosecuted and everything. He's out though. I think he's out now, but he's been prosecuted and everything. So yeah, he's done his thing. I'm gonna check out the comments real quick. It tarnished a president's image when they cheat. Well, back then it did. Don't now apparently. Because he went against the grain. That's why he's getting crucified. I definitely do think it's because he had such a major impact. Regardless, though, I think if you go against the law, you're against the law. He didn't have his own money. That was the question that we was talking about exactly. And Kay again said, but no one should be above the law. True enough. I have to agree with you on that point, Kay. No one should be above the law. So, man, watch where you're putting things and watch where things is getting put. And you won't be in this situation. You feel me? So, did anybody else have anything to add about this indictment so far?
Yeah, right. I think he just got caught for real. I believe all them jokers was on that tight time. I don't know. I can't say that. I don't think nobody been dumb enough to use campaign money. You know what I'm saying? So,
but really, have you heard of Trump? Have you seen Trump in action?
couple times when he said we're gonna put some light to cure the virus. We're gonna do some light treatment and put some bleach.
I'm
When he said that, I was like, boy, that man don't give a damn.
Look, I'm not saying that,
gotta
homie.
realize how much you gotta realize how brave you got to be. What size kahunas you got to have, and what type of courage you got to have to go up on national TV during the middle of a sick crisis and say, "We gonna drink some bleach." You drink a little bleach and
the sun shine in. Yeah. So I mean, just based off of that, not to say that he hasn't done good work or he has done good work. Not to say he hasn't done anything, but I mean, he is definitely not the smartest, the brightest crayon in the pack.
I was in the military under his reign, so yeah, I'm highly pissed at Trump.
Yeah.
His
man.
Bullshit. Yeah.
I felt bad for you. I felt that Thanksgiving.
Damn.
Yeah. I was at my aunt Dolores' house, man, eating food. It was yummy. And I ain't gonna say where you was at, but if you want to, you can. But yeah.
What, you talking about the border mission? Which mission? Germany?
Yeah.
Which one?
Yeah, when he was over there on the border, wiring Constantine wire and eating Whataburger while I was, I felt bad for you on that one, man. I felt bad for you on that one. Yeah, that was stupid. Let me see. I think I'm caught.
He did get us some raises though. He did get us some raises.
Yes.
So,
that's what I'm saying.
See, military. Well, it's not just him. To be fair, military pay usually do better under Republican presidents. That's not just specific to him, but he did do it. But no one should be above law. Okay. Kay says they was already looking at his bank accounts. Yes, because I think they were saying that he had ties to Russia and all that stuff. So they were definitely.
He do. It's his wife. His wife is full blown Russian.
No. Not Ivanka. The old one though. I mean, not Ivanka. Is it Ivanka? No, that's his daughter.
I thought Ivanka was.
That's the daughter.
The new one. The new one.
You see, one thing.
Be best.
What make it hard for me to respect the law or just respect the whole situation is because one thing I've noticed about America is when they get ready to want your ass, they coming to get you. It don't matter what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you see, when they got ready for Michael Jackson, they came for Michael Jackson. When they got ready for R. Kelly, they came for R. Kelly. Whenever they get ready when they got ready for Kanye, they went against Kanye. Whenever they get ready to come get you, that's when they come get you. But they'll let all them other people make it that was on the same type of time. You know what I'm saying? So it's really like you.
Well, are you saying in regards to the president though? Are you saying in regards to Trump?
Regards to just in general when they start persecuting people. You know what I'm saying? Because remember, Steve G was just saying like how they was looking. I don't know if that was Steve. Somebody, it might have been Kay. They said he was looking into his bank accounts.
Yeah, it's Kay.
And looking into his bank. They've been wanting him for a while. You see what I'm saying? And I feel like they only start wanting you when you do something that they don't like. Otherwise, they be letting all kind of BS be going on and letting, you know what I mean? They be letting people be above the law until it's not serving them or it's not convenient for them no more. You see what I'm saying? So.
Yeah, and Kay says we are screwed now. Laughing out loudies. All right, we're going to go ahead. If nobody have anything else on this one, we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. Damn it, I did that. Did I do that? I did do that, didn't I? Yep. All right, so we'll go ahead and move on to the next one. All right, so this was a crazy story. I can't remember where they got stopped at, but basically it has to do with a couple who was driving from down south to up north, and they ended up getting stopped. Police stopped them because of tent, smelled weed. Chicago?
Yeah, it was on the way to Chicago.
Okay, so he was in Chicago. Police stopped him. They got they took the male driver. They took him away. I think he had a handgun or something too. Didn't say that was a charge, I don't think, but they did mention it. And then they let the mom go. However, the mom went to go was waiting to go bond him out, and while she was waiting to bond him out, CPS came, took all 5 of the kids, one that was even still breastfeeding. We're going to take a look at that, and we'll come back.
This nightmare for Deontay Williams and Bianca Claiborne began on February 17th when the family was pulled over while driving from Atlanta to Chicago for a funeral. An arrest warrant obtained by NBC News says Tennessee Highway Patrol stopped Williams for having dark tint and driving in the left lane while not actively passing. An officer smelled weed and after searching the car found a gun, officials say, and 2 small amounts of marijuana. The warrant also alleges both the driver and the female passenger admitted to smoking marijuana. Williams was arrested for possession, while Claiborne was given a citation.
We did not arrest the mother in this particular case. That's where we left it.
All righty then. That was the officer saying that they did not. He said they didn't arrest the mother, and that's where they left it. So my question to you, Gooch, why not just give a citation to both parties and be done? Why did they have to take in the male, in your opinion?
Well, when it boils down to it, you know what I'm saying, they just be hating, man. You know what I'm saying? They can't stand to see it. They don't want to let a brother make it. It's been going on. They'll find any little excuse to try to lock a black man up, you know what I'm saying, or take him in jail. Just, I don't know if it's just like what's the word I'm looking for? Like an ego trip. You know what I'm saying? Like, just because I can. You know, I think they did it just because they able to be honest with you. You know what I mean? And that's the reason what goes back. I said this last episode, and the episode before that, and one before that. The police, traffic police, don't need to do nothing but write tickets. They be abusing their authority too much. They shouldn't have done nothing but wrote that man a ticket. Folks ain't doing nothing but smoking a little reefer. Jeez, you know what I'm saying? They be doing too much. You know what I mean?
No, man, I definitely 100% agree with you because, as you see, they did give the lady a citation. So, I mean, it was definitely up to the discretion of the officer, Vanessa. Why not just give them both citations and let them keep moving?
I don't know. I feel like they was already at strike 1 when they had them dark tinted windows, and then you in the car smoking weed with a baby in the car. Like, I don't think that's right. Now, if he was gonna take the dude, he should have took the lady too. If he gave the lady a citation, he should have gave the man a citation too. Then
I 100% agree with you on that one. I think that obviously he had the ability to do so, Steve, but he just chose not to. I think I agree with Prophet that, man. It seemed like it was just because I can, I will. Because, I mean, you think about it, they're going to have to spend money. You know what I'm saying? You're essentially, the kids that you're, leaving there, you're taking money away from them by putting him in jail for a citable offense. Why not just cite both of those and let them keep going?
I say because the goddamn police or state troopers on the highway I-55, they racist as fuck because you got to go past the capital of Illinois. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Oh yeah, you was muted. Okay. Yeah, so they racist as hell coming up 55, you know what I'm saying? So he probably, I don't know, like looking at the map, he probably came through Kentucky on into Indiana over to 55 up to Chicago. They racist as hell going through there. And then on top of that, you got, like the panel said, you got dark tint, smoking weed in front of a baby. Then you got a pistol. Hell no, they gotta get something. They gonna have to pin something on them. You know what I'm saying? And I think it's just the luck of the draw. But it's fucked up though that they said that they didn't lock her up, but they cited her, but they still tried to take the kids. That's crazy. That's crazy as hell.
Okay, so with that one, okay. So we're going to get a little bit into it. We're going to check the next one out. I'm not sure if they mentioned in this one, but basically CPS did that part. All right, we're going to take another look, and then we'll come right back.
She was sitting outside the Criminal Justice Center waiting to get her partner out. And then DCS approached trying to take the children away.
All 5 children, ages 3 months to 7 years old, were taken by Child Protective Services. State Senator London Lamar is among those demanding the children be returned.
I've never heard of children being ripped away from their family for a misdemeanor charge on some simple drug possession when marijuana is legal in half the states in the country.
Their attorney telling NBC News the children were not returned to their parents after a hearing in juvenile court Monday and remain in foster care tonight, pending the results of a drug test.
All right. So yeah, that's what's going on. Wow. Let me see what Kay has to say. Kay says this couple was stupid to even have it in the car with the kids in there. I definitely agree, especially if you got the Thug Starter kit. You can't be out there with them dark tints, man. They be looking for that. They already know who's driving behind that. And Christian says, you icy. Oh, I appreciate that. I don't know if that was to me or not, but I appreciate that. And Renisha Jenkins, I think is that it is, says, at K, yeah, I agree, especially smoking with the kids in there, and just driving and smoking weed. You should know better. I definitely have to agree with that one. And Miss Shanti says, agree with Nisha. For sure. I hear that. And Kay Mills says they would have if the kids weren't there. All right. That's what I'm saying, man. It just doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to come right back to you, Steve. It's hard for me to believe because, again, they got pulled over, took the male, left the female with the kids. She goes to do the get them out of jail. CPS shows up. Now, I don't know how the hell CPS know. Do you think the officers might have contacted CPS, Steve?
Oh, most definitely. I think what probably took it overboard was having smoking weed around a weapon. I think that's where they actually jumped to conclusions and probably just called CPS or DCFS, whatever you call them these days. You know what I'm saying, in regards to the situation, because if both of them are intoxicated and they got a gun in their possession, you know what I'm saying, it's like, you know what I'm saying, common sense. If common sense was common, everybody would have it. I'll put it like this, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, they fucked themselves in regards to that situation.
Yes, indeed, which is crazy because I'm still not, I don't think it said anything about him being charged with the gun. So I don't know. The gun could have been legal. I don't know.
The gun probably was legal in Georgia, but he crossed the state lines, and then you got drugs, and then, you know what I'm saying, you intoxicated. Yeah, they on your ass, bro. That's, okay. You know what I'm saying? They got away with a misdemeanor, right? Wasn't it a misdemeanor or something?
I believe it was misdemeanor, so it couldn't have been that.
They was nice to their ass because they could have fucking threw their ass up under the jail. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't think anybody's disagreeing with that part. I think it's just the CPS part that's like, well, you know, how the heck did that happen? What says you, Vanessa? Do you think, because if you listen to the cop, he says, well, that's, you know, that's where we left it at. But how the hell did the CPS know to meet her up there at the jail to even have a conversation with him if they didn't contact him? You think they contacted him first?
I feel like they contacted CPS because, like everybody's saying, how would she had known if it wasn't for the officer? Like, who else gonna tell CPS? Who else gonna call CPS?
Exactly. Like, how would they even know, Prophet, that kids are involved or anything like that if they were not already in the loop, sir? I just feel like they contact them.
Now I'm about to prophesize for a bit. I think that, you know what I'm saying, on one hand, like, I can strongly understand, like, you know what I mean, you being inebriated around a weapon. That's not cool. You being inebriated around a weapon around a child inside of a motor vehicle, I can understand how that could be, you know, because everybody can't handle it the same way. So it's like, you know, you inebriated, you're operating a motor vehicle, and you have a weapon. So it's like, you know, I could see how you can get in trouble for that, or that could raise a red flag. Now, as far as them smoking around the kids, I don't necessarily, I don't understand I don't think that that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? I don't see how that's a major issue. You know what I'm saying? I think that weed has been demonized in the public eye. You know what I'm saying? To where people just automatically like, oh yeah, well it's a drug. It's really not a drug. You know what I'm saying? People smoke cigarettes. You know what I mean? And that's, you know what I mean? That's a stimulant. You know what I'm saying? Even certain foods. I mean, some of the stuff people give their children, as far as even some as simple as scrambled eggs, is more carcinogenic than them smelling some weed smoke. You know what I'm saying? So like, if we gonna you know what I mean, persecute them for smoking, you know what I mean, around the kids, or you know what I mean, try to get their kids taken away because they were smoking some weed in the car, you know what I mean, then we gotta persecute a whole lot of other people that's giving their kids bad food that's poison, you know what I'm saying, smoking cigarettes around them, you know what I'm saying, even some of the medicines that doctors prescribed is pure poison for the babies, you know what I'm saying. So it's like, you know, you can't, it's hypocrisy at its finest, I think. It's just hypocrisy. It's a bunch of hypocrites. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think nobody should be hot boxing in their car with kids.
Of course not hotboxing.
To be fair,
hotboxing.
To be fair, I don't believe that they said or specified that they were smoking with the kids in the car. Just to the fact that they said that they smoked. I don't know if that could have been before they left, wherever they left, or what the case has been. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Well, they was on a long road trip if they still smell like weed.
Nah, because I was telling some.
But you could be in the park. You could be in the park.
You can jump out of the car, smoke, jump back in, keep rolling.
You could be having your baby at the park or walking past to go into the grocery store and somebody smoking a cigarette. Your baby inhaling that is you know what I mean? It's
and then you gotta, the other part is the fact that they let the mother go. So I would think that she couldn't have been impaired if that was the case.
Yeah. It's just hypocrisy. I don't think that they should have took them babies from them folks. I do think that what should have happened, what I can understand happening is maybe them restricting their license or you know what I'm saying, some type of traffic, like, okay, well, you don't need to be operating no car, or let me take your gun because you smoking and driving with a gun, you know what I'm saying. So like some dealing with their license or their gun license, I think should be affected, if anything, you know what I'm saying. At the most it should be something like that. But
they said it was tinted windows, and they also said riding in the left-hand lane without passing. I seen plenty of people that need to get fucking pulled over because these mothers, they love standing in that left lane, dog. I be trying to move, they just want to sit there and ride next to the man. Where's that cop at? Where is he at when I need him
and
to
then
get these niggas out
to pass them on the right? You know
that?
what I'm saying? It's illegal to pass them going on the right hand side.
Come on now, make it make sense. Yeah. Make it make sense. Come on now. Apologize for the language. Mom was smelling like weed probably, and then it says K, and then also she said and the kids too, if they smoked in the car, probably did smell like cannabis. And she also says I think I just read that one. All right. So I want to take a look at one more video, and then I'm gonna come back and I'll start with you, Gooch.
It's certainly extreme, but the problem is that courts in family law have such vast discretion to decide what they want to do on a case-by-case situation.
The Department of Children's Services says caseworkers acted appropriately.
You know, we talk about transparency a lot, whether that be policy, procedure, protocol, and in this case, we feel like those case managers did just that.
The department did not clarify the grounds for removal, but told NBC News in a statement, DCS and law enforcement follow protocol for collecting evidence. Those findings are then presented to the court. In this instance, the evidence resulted in the court placing children in DCS custody.
Talk about transparency. That didn't sound too transparent. All right, so Cooch, I said I was gonna start with you first. Man, does the family courts have too much power?
Way too much. You know what I'm saying? These ain't your children. You know what I'm saying? Where y'all at when these jokers need, you know what I'm saying, this and that, and you know what I mean?
Come on
like,
now.
Y'all ain't, they got way too much power. You can't come tell somebody what to do with their children. And ain't nothing wrong with smoking a little weed. Why everybody be trying to demonize marijuana like that? Marijuana it help people. You know what I'm saying? This is something God put here. This is a herb. I can see if they was snorting some cocaine or smoking some crack. You know what I mean? I'd be out. Yeah, take them children. But it's like, goodness gracious, they be doing too much. You know what I mean? Them folks be. This is the thing. The Department of Children and Family need to mind their damn motherfucking business sometimes. You know what I'm saying? For real. Because they be doing too much. For real. They got way too much control. But I'm going to tell you this. Let me say this and then I'm going to close the matter, my statement. I knew this guy. He was a crackhead and his old lady was a crackhead. You know what I'm saying? And he was telling me that he had been trying to, well, he wasn't a crackhead. He was on the different kind of drugs, but he was trying to get the kids taken from his baby mom. You know what I'm saying? And they done pissed this lady 3-4 times, and she keep coming up hot on the crack. You know what I'm saying? And they still ain't take the babies. You understand what I'm saying? So It's like I said, it seems like that in this country, jokers just do stuff when it's convenient for them. You know what I'm saying? Maybe the police knew the person at the Department of Family and Children, and they all just working together. Man, let's get these folks go and take the kids. Something like that. I don't know, but it seemed like they very selective with it. You know what I mean? Very selective. Oh, that crackhead lady, she wasn't black either.
Okay. All right.
She wasn't black.
Shout out to that crackheaded lady. Vanessa. Crackhead. Does the family court have too much power, in your opinion? Don't be talking about no crackheads either, Vanessa. We already had one crackhead story here. We don't need another one. Oh, let me say hello to Tia. Let me say what's up to Tia as well in the building. What it do? Do you think the courts have too much power as Tia says they do?
Yeah, I think that they do. And how they utilize their power is not always good. Like to piggyback off what LaDonna was saying, it's kids out here that really, 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 really need help. But on the other hand, people need to do better. You doing stuff you know you ain't supposed to be doing. You gonna put them white folks in your business. That's on you.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I don't think that it's absolves them of everything, because I definitely do think that they do hold a little bit of responsibility, but it just seems a little off, especially if the kids are well taken care of. If they, what I'm saying, they're not looking malnutrition. Steve, they what I mean. It seems like they're good parents. And this could still happen. Do you think that the courts have too much power to be able to do that?
Hey, too much power, especially when it comes to like child support and shit. It's always in the favor of the female, unless like with Gooch situation, it's a little different at times. But usually they favor the female, regardless if she strung out or whatever, living on bad terms or whatever.
Yep.
It normally favors the female. You know what I'm saying? But with this situation, like Ms. Zaya just said in the comments, you know what I'm saying? Like, they wasn't, or they didn't fall in line with their objective. So that's why they try to prosecute, you know what I'm saying, or push the limits. You know what I'm saying? You already know these folks coming from Georgia on the way to Chicago. That's a long ass trip. So they spending money. They got these kids. You got to feed them. You know what I'm saying? Now you got about to make them spend even more money to get out of jail and, you know what I'm saying, pay the citation and get their kids back. You know what I'm saying? You just extorting these people. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous.
Okay. And that's what I'm
saying. But to piggyback off of what Steve was saying, like, first of all, they're driving through a racist state or whatever. Like, why would you drive like that? You gotta know where you at.
But this has got to stop.
I wouldn't be driving. Illinois. Yeah, they did that to themselves. Like, they could have waited till they got home to do all that. Till they got to their final destination.
Shit, they could have waited to Chicago. It's goddamn weed on every corner.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Well, I didn't know if they was moving to Chicago or what. That's what I'm saying. They could have waited till they got into Chicago, settled in. Why would you be doing that stuff on the way? People have to know where they going.
And then on top of that, like, look how desensitized we are to that. You know what I'm saying? To where we like, oh, we gotta go around this. We shouldn't go this. Like, this is supposed to be the land of the free, home of the brave. You understand what I'm saying? We should be able to drive and not have to be worried about racism. You know what I'm saying? Then another thing to add to the point You know what I mean? As far as do they have too much power, I can come to any one of y'all states, wherever y'all at. I about ain't even gotta come. I just pick up this right here and I say, hey, you know what I'm saying? Vanessa smoking crack and got a dope all in the house. You need to go check on them babies. They coming all up and through your stuff. It might take the babies
He just
anyway.
said
You know
no
what
more
I'm saying?
crackhead stories.
Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? It could be anything. It could be anything. If I say if somebody call in on you and tell them folks that you got something going on with them babies, they is coming to rush your spot and they finna take them babies, be question marks, all kind of questions going all up and through your personal belongings. It's almost like before the Boston Tea Party, how the Britons was coming over here doing them folks, then they went to war behind that. The same folks that doing it to us went to war behind it. How them soldiers used to be coming up in their house, rummaging through all their belongings. They doing the same thing to us now. You know what I'm saying? So it's hypocrisy at its finest, like I said.
Man, I hear that.
People need to move smarter.
Congratulations on Vanessa recovery from the crack. They will place children in households that will cause more problems mentally to children and probably the weed, such as physical abuse and to the children, physically abusing the children.
Right on, Tia.
And Ms. Zaya, we already played that one. And then Tia also said in a new house that ain't family, or even other family, could cause more harm or not. Can be positive or negative situation, if that makes sense. All right, I hear that. Let them know. All right, again, man, I want to thank Goose the Prophet, Vanessa, and Steve G for holding it down with me so far. I thank you. Yeah, he got that skull, dog. He got that skull. And everybody in the comment section that's hitting it up, I definitely do appreciate each and every one of you and everybody that came through and smashed that like button. I definitely appreciate you. So we're gonna go ahead and keep this thing rolling. You feel me? And let's see what's next on the topic here. Oh, okay. So this comes from this story came out of Houston, Texas, and they were talking about the black community and its correlation or its relationship with violence. We're going to take a quick look at the video real quick, and then we'll come back on the other end, and we will talk about it.
Welcome and thank you for joining us on the second half of The Factor Uncensored. Now, earlier this week, we had an honest discussion here about seeing young black people involved in all the crime in Miami during spring break, video after video, from murders to vandalism. We want our panel to address it, if there is a problem in the black community, but most importantly, how do we fix it? Solutions.'You've seen the video time and time again where Miami was slapped with a lot of violence during the spring break.
Now, all right, man. So, well, I don't know. I'm just gonna ask the question, Goose the Prophet. I'm gonna ask it to you first, okay? Based off of what they're saying and what we're seeing, is there a connection between violence and the black community?
Most definitely, but I think that it's all been socially engineered. You know what I mean? If you go look at the Willie Lynch letter, you know what I'm saying? And that is Willie Lynch for the listeners. If you don't know who that is, make sure you Google that. You know what I'm saying? I think that it started with that. They said that was going to last at least 300 to 400 years. You know what I'm saying? So they said at least. So it could very well go above and beyond that. And it's just, we just seeing the result of that. What it's going to take is, you know what I mean, is us building up our communities. You know what I mean? I think that during desegregation, we ended up quitting building our communities up. You know what I mean? I was having a discussion about, like, as far as me living in a black community versus living in a non-black community. Now, the difference is there's a bit more violence and there are not as many amenities. You know what I'm saying? And it was said that we don't have the amenities because black people tear stuff up. And I think that it's a little deeper than that. You know what I'm saying? Black people do tear stuff up, but a lot of these kids are frustrated and mad. A lot of these children are angry. You know what I'm saying? They coming from broken homes. They you know what I mean? They you know what I mean? So it's something going on in the psyche. You know what I mean? And I think we need to start building our communities up again, putting some good stuff in those communities and working with our kids. You know what I mean? And working together as black men and women. You gotta stop trying to mess with your partner's old lady. You know what I'm saying? You gotta stop, you know what I mean, trying to backstab and steal and con from your brother. You know what I'm saying? And vice versa with the women. We got to start working together, trusting and loving on each other. You know what I'm saying? And building this thing together. You feel me? And that's the only way it's going to get fixed. Otherwise, it's just going to be for the taking every time. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be for the taking. So.
All right, so I'm assuming that's a yes. There is a connection.
Oh yeah, the projects was a project.
Okay, all right, yeah. That's why I thought you were saying. Samantha says, "Hey, family, what it do? Good to see you." And Kay says, "Hell yeah, there's a violence problem in the community. We too busy trying to be everything else but who we are, man. Speak your stuff." And Vanessa, same question to you. Do you think there is a connection between violence and the black community?
Yeah. Like, I feel like they put it in the movies, they put it in the songs. Like, it's just hard not for it not to be. Like, I definitely feel like it is a connection.
Okay. All right. And Steve, G, man, do you think there is a connection between violence and the black community? Do you think they go hand in hand?
Yeah, I really feel that it is, and to be honest, I think that shit started during the Malcolm X assassination when they had them brothers allegedly killing Malcolm X. I think that's what started the shit. You know what I'm saying, with the CIA infiltrating the black communities and so forth when it comes to the gangs and everything of that nature. I think that's when that shit started. And they just keep feeding it. Like Vanessa just said, it's in the movies, it's in the music. You know what I'm saying? Shit, you can pull up probably Chicago sometimes right now, you know, and it'll show how many folks just got killed in the Inglewood community right now. You know what I'm saying? It's just a shame. It's just a shame. And they just keep um programming that shit in our communities. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm pretty sure white folks don't see that shit. You know what I'm saying? The white people that live in Chicago, and I'll speak on Chicago, the white people that's living in the suburbs or even on the north side, they don't see what's going on in Inglewood. They see what's going on in Lincoln Park and what's in their communities. They don't see what's going on. We see that shit though. And we just keep feeding off that shit.
Yeah. All right, bet that, man. I'm gonna take a quick look at. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I just want to say this real fast. I was watching Gilly the Kid, and he was like, man, you know, back in the Gap, I used to think I was tough as a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was a killer. He said, then I got me some money, and I realized I ain't tough at all. You know what I'm saying? He said, niggas just be mad and broke. Niggas be broke, and they be mad. You know what I'm saying? And I think that play a big factor in it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that many opportunities. Niggas is broke, and they angry. And that's how that stuff be kicking off sometimes. I think it has a lot to do with it. Financial.
Hey, them wolves come out. Bro. I'm telling you.
Yeah, straight up.
Like you'll see a whole nother side of a motherfucker. You got $1 and he got 50 cents. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh man,
I got $1.50. Yeah. All right, we're gonna take a quick look, man. I think they're gonna throw some solutions. We're gonna take a quick look and then we'll come back to it.
The church and pastors, especially black pastors in mega churches, should be addressing from the pulpit, from a biblical perspective, the social ills that we're seeing consistently and constantly on an epidemic level, if you will. And the pastors aren't doing that. Number two, the governance. The idea of our government is actually pushing the anti-biblical ways that made this country great, the anti-constitutional ways that made this country great. Education, the fact that it's no longer education, but indoctrination, a decline in outcomes which you can trace back to the actual inception of Department of Education. The United States government should have no role in education at all. Education is not mentioned in the Constitution at all. And of course, parenting, I believe every black person understands the problems that we have in the black community when it comes to parenting, because most of the times it's just one.
All right. So he gave his. I thought this was the solution portion. It was not. Well, I think it was. He gave a little bit of solution what he think should be the things that that could help the situation. For those that may not have heard, I think he mentioned church, school, and government. What do you think, Steve? Do you think that those things could help?
I think they could help, because it'll actually police up the kids. Well, not I hate to use that word in that sentence, but it'll help at least let the parents know where their kids are versus just letting them run rampant. Like we discussed a few podcasts ago, with the kids that was running around in Atlanta at like 2 o'clock in the morning, and one of them
Yes.
get killed, and they was underage. You know what I'm saying? Like I know where the fuck my kids at. You know what I'm saying? They not going out past 10. You know what I'm saying? But every parent is not like that. You know what I'm saying? We need some type of, you know what I'm saying, community centers or something, and people actually, you know what I'm saying, keeping the community centers under wraps, and keeping gang violence and drugs and guns out of those situations. You know what I'm saying, to help the kids to become better individuals. You know what I'm saying? Because most of the kids are scared to go up there because it's probably a rival gang or whatever running this shit. You know what I'm saying? So I think if we instill that, I think that would be a better outlook on our kids.
Yeah, most definitely. And I think Ms. Zaya was agreeing with you earlier when she said true, because I think twice now before about the financial repercussions for she do anything out of bounds. I hear that. What says you, Vanessa? He gave a list of things I think were the problem and the solution possibly. What do you think about what he said?
I don't know. I feel like the people of the community, especially the parents of the kids, um, need to be more involved in their kids' life. These kids already go to school for the most part. I don't know if they go to church. School ain't helping them out. Um, to piggyback off of Steve, they should, you know, have more community centers for the kids. And I feel like parents should teach their kids about financial literacy and stuff like that. Like, so they don't feel like they gotta go out in the streets and act a fool or rob somebody or count somebody else's pockets. Um, I'm not a huge fan of Dr. Umar, but I really feel like when he said we should have our own schools and stuff like that, I really do feel like that. I feel like we'll learn a lot
Say
more
that.
from our own people than what's going on now. This stuff been going on for a long time. It's not
I,
benefiting us.
like I
Yeah.
said before, Vanessa, I think that these kids nowadays need a well whooped ass. That's what it is. They need their ass tuned up, and not advocating abuse,
Yeah.
but I'm saying they need their ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? Because I put it like this: I
Yeah.
didn't do shit around my parents or around my house. You know what I'm saying? Because I already knew my parents was gonna whoop my ass, my neighbors was gonna whoop my ass, and then the neighbors on the next
Hmm.
block want to get a hold of that ass as well. So you know what I'm saying? It's just they just need their ass whooped. They need discipline.
It's
Yeah.
2023. They doing gentle parenting now, so
Yeah, because that's what I think. I think it definitely comes down to early parenting, right? I think once you get past a certain age, it's kind of hard to reel them in at that point. Because I think a lot of parents want to be friends from birth to all the way till they get out of control. Then they want to be like, wait a minute, I'm the parent, but it's too late. They about the same size as you, probably bigger than you, stronger than you. You know what I'm saying? Now it's too late to ring it in because yeah, you got some crazy kids out there. Gooch.
yeah, they
Uh,
not whooping kids no more. They did not just calm down. Like I've seen videos online, like don't do that.
yeah.
Like I remember I talked back to my mom, and she made me do my lips like this, and she hit me in the mouth. That was the last time. That was
Hey,
the last
before
time I
hey,
talked back to
before
my
I could
mama.
even get before I could get anything out the mouth, Mama was already swinging. It was like I was just gonna
So
ask you a question.
that's
I was
it.
just gonna ask you a question, Mama. Damn.
It is. I
Right.
know. I knew something was coming. I knew it. He said, I'm gonna whoop you just for something that I knew. I knew you did something. I ain't catch you. I'm just gonna whoop you for that. Goose the Prophet, man. Do you agree with some of the problems and solutions that he pointed out?
I agree with what that there is some problems. I don't necessarily know if I'm rocking with him on the solution. I think that we need our own school, and Dr. Umar was talking about that, but I feel like he missed a cap tackler You know what I'm saying? When it come to that, because you don't need nothing but a house or a building to get you some children and that start showing them some stuff, you know. And it's like, you know, we need to be teaching. It needs to be taught in the curriculum on how family dynamics should work. You understand what I'm saying? Because what's happening is these people are getting together. They're not really aware of the how serious like bringing a child is, and I know from experience. You know what I mean? You don't really know how serious that is when you having a baby with somebody. You know what I mean? Like that's something super serious, and them people should be together. It shouldn't be, you know what I mean, moving on from this one to that one to this one. The family dynamics gotta be fixed. You understand what I'm saying? For one, you know, and then I also think people like him, you know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna get on this on tomorrow podcast, but I just feel like, you know, it makes me really question like all the leaders, all the black leaders, you know what I'm saying, that we've had since the 60s. With I'm talking about from all of them. Like how many, instead of being on TV and preaching, we need to be in the streets reaching. You understand what I'm saying? Like, and it don't have to be broadcasted. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where that was every one of our black leaders' downfall, is they was broadcasting. They was broadcasting. They scared of the what?
They scared of that. They scared of the black movement or people preaching or blacks, you know, black leaders preaching. Because, you know, with, like I said earlier, Malcolm X, Fred Hampton, like they spoke on that shit in the neighborhoods, out in the streets, regardless of whatever. You know what I'm saying? What happened to them?
And that's exactly, but that's where it should stay. You know what I'm saying? Like if I'm in a fight, you know what I mean? I ain't finna say, yeah, man, I'm about to hit you with this right hand to your cheek. You gonna duck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm saying like we probably need to start keeping this thing a little bit more under wraps than we have in the past when we out there reaching and preaching, you know what I'm saying, with the youth in them. You know what I'm saying? I think it's something that should be done a little more internally. You know, I've never seen any mafia figures, you know what I'm saying, going and I mean when they did start doing that, that was their downfall. So I'm just saying, instead of him going on the news and saying what need to be done, even when it comes to everybody, you know what I'm saying, we need to be out there in the communities making it happen rather than even talking about it. You know what I'm saying? Each one, teach one, word to mouth, mouth to ear. You know what I'm saying? Rather than broadcast.
The only problem with that, Gooch, and I think, I can't remember, me and E was talking about this before, I said it on Financial Feelings, but the problem is in the neighborhoods now, like the big homie is the same age as the kids that's running in the neighborhoods. You know what I'm saying? That's the issue. It's no older heads. They're either locked up or dead. You know what I'm saying? So that's the issue. You know what I'm saying? They didn't infiltrate it, you know what I'm saying, the black community real well to where it's disseminating us. You know what I'm saying? And it's a damn shame, bro.
Yeah, I definitely agree with everything that you guys have said. I want to get to the chat real quick. K. Emil says, with all of the technology, they don't think it's profitable to invest in the kids anymore. Oh, okay. And my boy Diz Riz ENT running that double time says, don't be stingy, smash the like button for support. If you don't know, now you know. You feel me? All right, so I got one more video to show on this topic, and then we'll come back and talk about it. I believe that this is the lady that is talking about the solutions. Yeah, check it.
18 years old, everyone, boys and girls, young men and women, go into the service. We have some systems already set up. We have the Army, the Marines, the Navy, we have AmeriCorps, we have Job Corps, we have all these things that are set up. If you don't want to go to college,
it's giving them something to do, something constructive and part of society where they're valuable.
Yes,
and some
structure, discipline, and guess what? They need to learn how to use weapons responsibly because our country is flooded with them. And so good people need to know how to use them too, not just the knuckleheads.
You know what I'm saying?
All right. So Yeah, there it is. So she's saying, man, we got all kind of different avenues to go down to, help individuals get structure in their life and some discipline there. Do you agree with what she said, Prophet? I think you might be muted, man. All right, we'll come back to you. Vanessa, do you agree with what she said for some of the solutions as
No.
far? Oh, go ahead.
Only thing I could really hear is like when she said something about the military, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, so she said military. She said
That's,
Job Corps. She said uh, some
that
other
stuff
military.
ain't working. Like you just can't throw these folks in the military and throw them in Job Corps. Like where the NAACP at when it comes to their people? Like why they not? What kind of programs do they have for us? Like I don't think that's the answer. I feel like we need other things, not the military, not Job Corps.
Yeah, definitely the NAACP in San Francisco. They ain't they ain't trying to get nobody reparations. I covered that on the last week. So to ask for Ed, I think is null and void. Gooch, are you fixed?
Vanessa about to give me red. Vanessa about to give me red. She about to give me red up in this month.
You said it's me on my end? It's on my end? Okay, let me see. Guest has muted. It says you muted yourself. All right, we're going to let you, let me see if I can unmute you. I don't think I can. There you go.
There we go. Yeah. So what I'm saying is I think that we got to, it boils down to the black men in the community. You understand? Have to start leading, and you don't always have to lead with violence. We just have to be intelligent. You understand what I'm saying? And we have to be upright. Like what I be hearing in the rap music, and what I be hearing from a lot of young, they don't be having respect for a lot of OGs because the type of stuff the OGs be on. What you got for me? How can how can I go get me some money? You know what I'm saying? What you got? You know what I mean? So it's like they like, oh well, shit. I can do the same shit you ain't on shit. I'm finna go do this and get some money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we gotta get in the communities and active with the youth, and we don't need to be making a bunch of speeches and you know what I'm saying, all of that. We need to get in the community and get active with the youth, activated. All the black men. You know what I'm saying? We gotta go out there in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? And put our life on the line. You know what I mean? For the future of our people. That's what it boils down to.
Man,
they not though. People just say what sound good. They say what sound good and they go to sleep at night. Like don't nobody be worried about it until the next tragedy happens.
Not even that.
Exactly.
I don't even think that's it. I think that when you say step up, I think you're going to get met with resistance. All right. So, for example, right?
Of course.
What I remember was because I believe that you got to get them young. You know what I'm saying? If you're not getting them young, you're most likely going to lose the battle. You just are. So, but I remember seeing this famous football player, right? And I can't think of his name. Lynch, I think Marshall Lynch or something like that. I'm not big on football. Okay, so I remember him specifically drilling into this guy, right? Drilling into this kid, drilling into him. His mother comes up and says, "Stop! Don't drill into my kid like that. Don't drill into my kid like that." Which leads me to believe that that's going to be impossible unless everybody is on the same page, because you're going to have a level of interference that says no, because us as men know that's how you talk to men. That's how you talk to little boys, because they're going to become men, right? So you can't soften that. You can't soften that communication like that when you're trying to teach a lesson, right? You know you got to be stern when it comes to certain things because you know how dangerous and what could happen. So, but when you're met with the level of resistance, it's going to be hard for you to say, hey, you know, it's hard to do what you're saying, because I think that, yeah, you're right, but I don't think everybody's going to be on the same page. And I think that's just one instance of you're going to have somebody that's stepping in and somebody's gonna be like, no, like, who are you?
Well, you got to see. Well, see, the thing is, the youth, they respect money. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you got to have some type of way to to show them a different hustle. You know what I mean? We have to also provide a way to we can show them how to hustle. And with the interference, speaking to that, you know what I mean? That goes back to the family dynamics of, you know what I'm saying? There's got to be somebody teaching the women too. You know what I'm saying? Somebody teaching the men. We got to have people that can keep the families together, because that's what's happening a lot of times too. I mean, when these young adults are in these relationships, you know what I'm saying? They got a kid. You know what I mean? Facebook tells them, you know what I'm saying? F that nigga. You know what I'm saying? And you know, Facebook tells dude F that B. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, there's a disconnect there. Now you got the woman by herself, you know what I mean, trying to raise the boy. You know what I mean? Now she feeling triggered or whatever it is because you talking harsh to him. You feel me? But if he had his dad there, his dad be like, nah. Or he would be in the fight with you. You know what I'm saying? Talking to his son the same way. You know what I mean? So we got to try to keep the black family together. You understand what I'm saying? And we also got to touch the youth. You know what I mean? So
Okay.
I understand,
We'll get into that, because I
yeah.
think it's a lot easier to say than to do. You know what I mean?
Oh,
I
it's
think it's a lot
extremely
easier to say.
difficult. It's extremely difficult. You know, I've ran a mentor program. I don't want to just call it no mentor program, but I had a situation when I had my recording studio. I would take young brothers under my wing and just spill game on them and give them game and teach them different stuff. You know what I mean? Show them how to go and get this, how to make this happen. It would keep them off the streets. But the moment, you know what I'm saying, I backed up from it and focused on myself and my life, that's when they started to fall short to the wayside. You understand what I'm saying? Because I went back to refocus, being selfish, focusing on myself rather than focusing on the cause. You understand what I'm saying? So,
all right. Well, we're gonna leave that, because I don't know if a lot of people know, but I have created another channel that is King of Spades. And we will be doing that, where we're talking about a lot of men stuff and doing a lot of men activity and things like that. So please be on the lookout for that one. That is for the page. If you want to go there and subscribe already, you can. We will be running it tomorrow. I'll be doing it tomorrow. Around like 7 Central Time. So if you want to go to there, we're gonna be talking about a whole bunch of guy stuff, because I do think what you're talking about is a very, very important and difficult conversation to have. So we will make that happen. Was I on Vanessa or was I on Steve on that one? I think Steve.
Steve never got a chance.
That's right. All right. So Steve, we're gonna bring it over there to you, man, real quick. Again, she brought up the Job Corps and all the other corps and military as a way for children to develop some discipline and structure and all that good things to as a solution, man. What says you?
I agree with the panel on this one, man. It's kind of hard, especially like what you were saying earlier, where you know, you're gonna have some type of restraint. You know what I'm saying? With the situation, it's gonna be hard, but we do need to, you know what I'm saying, be activists in the communities. I lost my train of thought in regards to it, but what the hell I was gonna say? I was gonna say something in regards to how psyops has corrupted, you know what I'm saying, the black culture, especially when it comes to the CIA and them infiltrating the black community and so forth. So it's gonna be hard. It's gonna be hard to fight that battle in regards to that. But like Prophet said, pulling them in one by one, you know what I'm saying? I think that would be a start versus trying to get a whole group together, because it's always going to have someone that's going to be opposition to what's being displayed, or it's going to be a hater, you know what I'm saying, that's lurking.
All right. And I think Steve, you said that the KOS _ podcast brought you back to Ace of Spades.
Yeah, it took me back to Ace of Spades.
Okay.
I'm going to it now again. And yeah, it brought me back to Ace of Spades. So
okay.
You might need to change that handle.
_ Hopefully this does not mess me up here. Okay, I will work on that and get that to you guys. I'll make a post once it's done, because I think maybe even if I what if I copy the URL? Do you think that would
Hey, that might work, but don't worry about it. I got it. I'll do it.
you got it? All right, appreciate you, man. I'm gonna go to the chat real quick. K Mills says they only I got 4 years. They only respect dope dealers and rappers, etc. But I'm saying though, you got a famous football player. How dope could you get, man? All right, so we're gonna go and move forward. This is a topic that we often cover over here on Ace of Spades podcast that I do not like covering, but we're going to cover it. We're going to talk about it, and we're going to get opinions on it. And that being the shooting in Nashville. We're going to catch a quick glimpse, and then we're going to come back, and we will talk about it.
They are the panicked 911 calls.
Active shooter, Covenant Presbyterian Church. He shot the windows out to enter the school. You'll see broken glass. Is the suspect still there that you're aware of, sir? As far as we know, he's still there. We didn't go close to the place. Did you see the shooter? All I saw was a man holding an assault rifle shooting through the door.
You can hear the shock and panic in their voices as they describe the suspect, Audrey Hale, who identifies as transgender.
She had a vest on and a assault rifle. He was last seen in the second grade hallway? The second grade hallway is on the upstairs.
Listen to a teacher whispering as she and her students hide out in a closet in art class.
I hear another shot. You did? I'm hearing more shots. Please hurry, I'm hearing you.
They're coming. But just try to stay quiet. We've got a lot of help coming to you, okay?
All right, so we have another shooting. And like we usually do around this time, I'm going to go through the panel for a quick yes or no. And the question is simple. Do we have a gun problem in America? What says you, Prophet?
I'm gonna go with no.
No? All right. Vanessa, what says you? Do we have a gun problem in America?
Yes.
Yes. All right. And Steve, do we have a gun problem in America? Give me that smile.
I'll say no for the short answer.
No for the short answer. All right. Now that we do have someone that says yes in there, I got a couple questions that I would like to ask. So what we're going to do is, first question I'm going to start off with is with you, Prophet. Is this a trend? Because it seems like it's the schools that are getting hit. I know it's not only the schools, but the schools are getting hit for what reason? Is this a trend now?
It's definitely a trend. It's happening a lot. I seen some numbers on that same clip. I want to say it was saying that like we make up the majority of these, and it's been like so many of them, like in the past 6 months or something like that. I don't remember the exact numbers, but it's been happening a lot. It happens way too often, and America is leading on that. Like they not, you know what I mean? So
hey man, yeah, it's sad. That's what it is. And as someone who said yes, and I do agree with you. Before I do, Jakar Lee says Steve never gonna admit it. Laugh out loud. All right, laughing my ass off. Then Miss Shanti just said, of course, definitely make me scared to keep sending my kids to public schooling. I would definitely 100% agree with you on that, because I think we are all pretty much kids in grade school, I think, on this panel at least. I think we're all kids in grade. So it does hit home to me. I definitely hear that. So Vanessa, has this, do you think, become a trend? Because they're not hitting banks like this. They're not hitting just some other donut shops, right? It's like it's not a mass dealing of McDonald's or anything like that. it seems to be these schools. Is it just a trend or what?
I feel like it's a trend. I think about 95% of the mass shootings be at schools. Like you hear about people shooting up, angry employee shooting up the post office or something like that. It's because somebody made them mad at the workspace. But to go to a school, you ain't never been to the school. You don't know nobody at the school. For you to go shoot up some innocent kids and teachers, well, innocent people, period, but especially kids, it's absolutely sickening. And yes, I feel like it's a trend.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. Steve, same question to you, man. It seems to be happening repeatedly at these schools, schools. Has it just become a trend that they say, okay, you know what, I want to go, shoot up something. What are people shooting up? Well, they're shooting up schools. Let me go do that. Is it just a trend to do that now?
It's looking like it. It's looking like it because everyone pretty much knows the security in the school. You know what I'm saying? Or if you have a guard or not, if you have metal detectors. You know what I'm saying? That's probably the easiest way to get across. You know what I'm saying? Or get a message across versus trying to go shoot up the police station. You know what I'm saying? Or, trying to do something, that they would have did back in the day to get your message
They could go
across.
shoot up a grocery store.
Yeah, they'll do that too.
Up a grocery store.
Because 9 out of 10 grocery stores don't have security. So that would be one.
Yeah.
Schools one. The library is another. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is when people, and I'm not a psychic or I'm not a psychologist, but when people are weak minded, they try to attack or prey on the weak versus going to some nigga that they got that shit. You know what I'm saying? They ain't gonna go shoot up no drug dealer or no gang. You know what I'm saying? Or take that shit to the White House because they know niggas got guns, or bring that shit on a military installation because they already know people, it's a threat. But when you go to someone that's helpless, they feel like they're the bigger person. You know what I'm saying? It's sickening. It's sickening.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that one. I just subscribed to you too, Steve, ENT. Yes, I
what?
I just described to you on your Diz Riz ENT.
Subscribed.
Yeah. What'd I say?
I thought it sounded like you said described.
Don't stop. Yeah, we almost done with the show. Let's
you
just keep it
unsubscribe
going.
from me, bro?
No. For the King of Spades. So you have that one. So my King of Spades should be subscribed.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, too easy. Yeah.
Oh, Vanessa, man, you. Wow. All right. So yeah. So trend. Yes, I definitely agree on that one. And so I got one more. I got another video I'm gonna play, and then we'll come back and we'll talk about that one.
And a 911 call from one of shooter Audrey Hale's best friends reveals she was put on hold as she tried to alert authorities about disturbing texts from Hale, including this. You'll probably hear about me on the news after I die. This is my last goodbye. I love you.
I've been on hold for so long. I received a very, very weird message from a friend on Instagram. I think it's like a suicidal thing. I called the suicide hotline, and they told me to call the sheriff's department. The sheriff's department told me to call you guys. So I'm just trying to see. I just don't want it on my conscience if somebody can go check on her.
It was just 15 minutes before the shooting began.
So there it is, man. I'm gonna start with you, Steve. The friend got the text. She knew something isn't right. Something bad could happen. She makes calls. I understand the psychiatric people, I think it might have been, saying, hey, there's nothing we can do. Call the sheriff. Sheriff gets it, and they say, well, it ain't us. You need to go to them. So 15 minutes prior to this individual doing this horrendous thing, that happens. Before I get to you real quick, let me say, Kay Mills says people believe in propaganda on the internet. So if faith is not in a higher power, this is what you get. Also, Mrs. Shanti says he went to Nashville. All right, so the friend did everything that they were supposed to do. this seems to be a failure of the governmental system. What says you?
Hey, I totally agree. You know what I'm saying? They just wasted fucking 15 minutes. That's 15 people that could have got killed or more. You know what I'm saying? With them diverting the problem instead of attacking the problem. You know what I'm saying? I totally agree with that shit that they fucked up.
Yes, yes. And as a fellow agreeer of there being a gun problem in America, they often say good guys can stop a bad guy with a gun, Vanessa. We've seen that isn't true. They also say that, well, if people would just say something, well, she did say something, and people still died. Is that a failure of the governmental system, or, is it working perfectly the way it's supposed to be working?
It's a failure. Like with all the shootings going on, if you even suspect, I don't even care if I even suspect you having a gun. If you say anything about a gun, I want everybody here. Like, why would they move slow? Like, I feel like that should be a class A type of thing.
Oh.
She sent y'all the messages, read y'all the messages. They should be on their way. And like Steve said, that could have saved a lot of lives, if not all.
Yeah.
He gave them a warning, and
Yeah.
nobody took her serious. Nobody took him serious. Well, either one of them. So that's a tragic situation. And I'll just say
Took
this:
them
like,
serious.
not too long ago, Sienna was texting me saying, this boy in my class talking about he got a Glock. Oh, baby, I'm about to call the school right now.
Wow.
No. Yeah, he said, yeah, y'all got one more time. She just texted me tomorrow. He's talking about, yeah, y'all got one more time before I go in my backpack. That's not even funny. That's not even something I'm finna play with. With how these kids going, I don't care. They ain't got but one time. So that shame on them, shame on them, shame on the government.
Yeah. Same question to you, Prophet, man. She stepped in. She did what she was supposed to do. You see something, say something. You hear something, say something. She did it, and it fell on deaf ears. It almost reminds me of the grocery store shooting, where the lady was on the phone with 911, and 911 was getting an attitude with her. They played the recording. This chick was having an attitude while she's trying to tell her that people are dying and getting shot in this grocery store. Was this a governmental system failure?
Absolutely. You know what I mean? I'm just at this point, like I don't feel like our kids are safe. I mean, from trafficking to, you know what I'm saying, child to just molestation. I just don't feel like that our kids are safe in this country. You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why it's so important for us to start trying to build our own schools. And because they're just not safe, man. It's too they're coming after our kids in every form, every type of way. I mean, we got to worry about the babies getting shot at school. We got to worry about what the babies watching and what they listening to. We got to worry about the babies walking outside to go play and walking to the store. It's just like our kids are just not safe in this country. You know what I mean? In no form or fashion. So it's like, whatever that looks like, we got to start trying to work on that solution as well.
Okay. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. Kaya Mill says, damn, can I get a link to the KOS? I'm trying. I swear I am. I don't know what's going on because I got bad internet, Kay. So I'm afraid to click buttons because if I do, everything will fall down and we'll be having to log back in. So I'm a little afraid to do it right now, but I would definitely get it to you when I can. Kay also says, let them say it was a black person, the first agency would have been own it. They would have had the goddamn duck squad on them.
Hey, SWAT would have been
They
out that
probably
motherfucker.
would have. They probably
that,
wouldn't have.
Hey, that
It
motherfucker
ain't
wouldn't
nothing
even.
but the white kids shooting up the schools.
Yeah.
They probably wouldn't have been as swift. They probably would have thought it was a joke.
Hey, that motherfucker wouldn't even had a chance to goddamn load his magazine. Goddamn
You know what I'm
SWAT would have been
saying?
on his ass.
Yeah.
It would have been a Walmart person pushing in buggies like 10-4, I'm there. I'm coming in.
Yeah.
She also said, just in my opinion. I hear that. All right, so I think I ended with you, Steve, if I'm not mistaken. Or did I end with
I think
Prophet?
you started with me.
I started with you. Okay, so Prophet. All right, I got one video, and then we'll come back.
The tragedy is reigniting America's gun control divide. Hundreds of parents and students held a protest at the Tennessee state capitol. Lawmakers ran a gauntlet of protesters demanding tougher gun control.
That chick back there with the afro. Hey, all right, so we back. All right, so so much going on. They're pushing for change. Why haven't we seen change, Prophet?
What kind of change? As far as the guns?
Change in the form of children being safe at school.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, to be honest with you, like I said, you know, there's so many different ways that they're attacking our kids. I don't necessarily know if that's best if it's in their interest to protect our kids. I don't know if they want the kids to be protected. You know what I'm saying? Because if they're not getting shot up at school, it's about 4 or 5 other ways that our children are getting attacked. You know what I'm saying? So like, I don't even know if it's something that they want to do for real, because you can start, you know, I this is just off the top of my head, but we can get some bulletproof doors. You know what I'm saying? Maybe get some more police up there, or some more guards. You know, have somebody up there with some ARs prepared for that. You know what I mean? You know, that's just something off the top of my head that we could do. But I like I said, I don't know if there's something that they want to do, to be honest.
Or else they would have done it, huh?
Exactly. Or it would have been something done. Because this is, I mean, think about how long this, I remember being in high school and the Virginia Tech shooting happened. You know what I mean? Now, those are young adults. Most of those people are, you know what I'm saying, older, but it's still a school shooting, you know what I'm saying? It's like, that was like over 10 years ago, man. And it's like over 10 years. So it's like, and it's still going on. So it's like they haven't, what have they implemented in the past 10 years to protect our babies at school?
Yeah, 100%, man. Yeah. I definitely agree with you on that one. Jacquard Lee says, when the light hit the ice, it twinkle and glitter. I don't know what he's talking about. And Messiah says, true. It could have been a call, a black person smoking marijuana. Yeah, they would have been all on that, huh? What they should have said is a dark tent with somebody smoking weed.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah. All right. So that one. So okay. So I know we got one person say there's a problem. What would there be? What would it take for you, Prophet, and Steve? But I'm gonna ask you first, Prophet. What would it take for you for it to be considered a problem?
Man. To be honest with you, that's hard to say. You know what I mean? Because I just feel like if somebody want to kill, they gonna kill. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it be killings in prison. You know what I'm saying? And they don't have no guns in there. And they still find a way to, you know what I mean, to kill. You know what I mean? Before there was guns.
Hey, look here.
You
Don't be skirting my question, man. We talking about guns. We talking about kids. We talking about schools. What would it take?
Not
for
saints
you,
in prison.
What would it take for you for it to be a problem? Could it be a body count? Is it a body number? Is it a gun? Is it a round? Is it what is it that could happen? I'm just curious. And you don't Nobody has to answer my question. You can plead the fifth. Okay.
I'm not gonna plead the fifth.
But what would it take? Because you said that there's not a gun problem in America. What would it? Could there be anything that would constitute a gun problem for you?
No. I honestly can't. I honestly don't feel like there's something that could make me feel like that there's a gun problem in America. Oh, I got one. Okay. If guns became like AI and just started shooting people by itself, then I'd be like, we have a gun problem. If guns start killing people by themselves without an operator, then we will have a gun problem.
All right, so until the T-1000 comes, we good. Is that what I'm hearing?
Yeah.
I bet that same question to you, Steve. What would you, or if there is anything that could quantify a problem for you, what would that be?
To qualify if it's a problem, I would say the feds need to fess up on them dropping the guns off in the urban communities, and then also upholding the laws in regards to these guns. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know the age of this person, but I don't know if they went through the whole credentials, the background check and everything in order to get a gun. Maybe they got it from a friend or their father or parent or something like that. But I think kind of like the laws when it comes to guns are well organized, but when it comes to like getting in the hands of mentally ill people or people that has easier access to them, I think that creates a problem. So it's the idiots with guns. It's not the guns themselves, but it's the idiots carrying the guns.
All right, I'm trying to digest that. So was there a thing that you would say, okay, now this is a problem? I think I might have missed it.
Well, okay, in the beginning I stated that if the feds actually would say that, yeah, we're dropping these crates off in the neighborhoods, in the urban neighborhoods, and that's how people are getting them. And then actually trying the other people that's actually giving access to these kids in order to get guns, then yeah, once they come out, then yeah. So they're never going to come out in regards to it.
All right, so just to make sure I hear you correctly, if the feds, are you saying apologize or just acknowledge?
Acknowledge.
All right, so if the feds acknowledge that they are dropping off guns, then that would be enough for you to be like, okay, there's a gun problem. Okay. I think it was something else you said too.
I mean, I was talking about the other side or the other races in regards to that, but just in the urban communities, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are these kids getting these switches and shit when they illegal? They're orchestrated by the feds. You know what I'm saying? You can't get a hold of a 100 round. Well, you can get a 100 round drum, but in order to put the switch on the clock, you got to have some type of connect type shit. And you know what I'm saying? You getting artillery that the military don't even have type shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. Where's this shit coming from?
Yeah. All right. And let me say that Kaya Mills says it's a problem now because there's no identifier in the people who hold them, so we don't know what might happen. Because I believe that the way that story goes out to or goes with this individual, which there's so many of them, so it's hard for me to keep count. I may be mistaken, but I believe that she did have guns. They reported her. They took away some guns. Apparently, she hid some guns that were hers, and then she used those guns to kill children. So that's how that one's half. Because a lot of them, actually, believe it or not, a lot of people, it's their guns. They actually legally go out, go buy it.
My thing, though, what is these alphabet boys? What are their job? Like with the DA or ATF. You know what I'm saying? When someone is known as an issue or have an issue when it comes to their own personal guns, why the ATF and the DA are not jumping on that? You know what I'm saying? Because those are the ones that actually, how is that paperwork? They keep that documentation saying that Stephen Gallimore has 18 motherfucking guns. You know what I'm saying? And he's a threat. Let's go ahead and confiscate all 19 of them motherfuckers. So confiscate the 18 and him. because he's a threat. You know what I'm saying? When they come out and actually do their fucking job, then I think it'd be a better place.
Yeah, and then I don't know if this applies to this situation, but I do know that they have like the gun show loopholes where you don't have to give that that information. So I don't know if that applies to this or not, but I know that is a thing as well, though.
And that's for that other side. You know what I'm saying? How many black folks do you know that actually go to gun shows? You know what I'm saying? I mean, it might be something now, but back in the day, you had to actually go in a store, get your fingerprints, or show them your fingerprint card and all this other shit, and then wait 2 weeks in order to get your shit. Now, you can go to a gun show and get that shit within 24 hours or the same day. It's crazy.
But I think it's also person to person as well. So if I wanted to sell you my firearm, I don't have to give a background check from you to be able to do so as well. So I think that's another issue that has been brought up to the government, and that they're trying to. Well, I don't know if they're trying to do it, but they have brought it up, and it has been heard before. But as long as we I believe glorify it, then it's not really much that they're going to do. It's a politicize it, should I say as well. As long as it's a political issue for one side to stand on, then I think that they're definitely going to. This is going to be a continuing problem going on, and it's just going to be our culture, man. I think it's just going to be our culture on that end. I'm gonna get to K real quick. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I was just about to say, I don't know what it would look like, you know what I mean? But it's just got to be some kind of way to where they really monitoring who gets these rifles, you know what I'm saying? These automatic rifles, or just like, war certain grades of guns. Like they gotta really monitor that like super, super closely.
Well, the automatics they do, because you can't have an automatic.
Well, you know what I'm saying. You know, like the rifles, because they putting the switches on them joints.
Which is also illegal. So I think that's some fair time right there. If you get caught with that as well. And then to go to, I think Steve's point with the Alphabet Boys is that the sad part of it is that they're all reacting. You know what I mean? Like they're not going to really. I mean, the ATF should be on it, but I think that it's going to be a reaction. They're going to be reacting. They're not going to be pre-active, right? So they don't have the ability to be pre-active. They got to be reactive.
And then it's too late by then. It's
exactly.
Like you wanna ban me for fucking putting a semi like butt stock on my fucking AR pistol.
Yeah.
Instead of fucking organizing some shit, to have mental health classes, or at least have everybody fucking go to the range once a year to certify. If you fuck up at the range, nigga, we taking your shit. You know what I'm saying? I bet you everybody.
Yeah, something like that. Something like that.
Shit up to date. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I can dig that. You know what I'm saying? You got to do an annual checkup. You know what I mean? If you want to own certain type of guns or something along those lines.
So all the people pass the annual checklist or whatever
to get their weapons.
To get their weapons.
Yeah, they're saying when they buy it, they go crazy the day after. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything can happen. Like it's not. I don't think that's a solution. Like it's
okay, so if we take all the guns away,
nobody's saying that. Nobody's saying that.
It needs to be stricter gun laws.
If we take away all ARs and
not saying that either.
So what is it that they saying? What is you know what I mean?
What do you need an AR for?
Okay, that's a great question.
In case stuff hits the fan,
can't you shoot them with a pistol?
That's a great question
as
well.
If somebody breaking your house, you can just shoot them with a pistol.
My AR is registered as a pistol. I'm just saying.
You can shoot them with a pistol.
All of them.
You can go into the schoolhouse with a pistol.
AR, everything.
Yeah. You can go into the schoolhouse with a pistol.
They shouldn't have came in.
You can, but we're gonna start here. Nobody needs all them things. I don't even know about guns like that. But I feel like
my door was locked.
If you gonna protect yourself,
my door was locked.
You just need this. You need the simplest gun. You don't need no assault rifle.
My door was locked.
How many people? How
Yeah.
many people was killed in the Nashville shooting? Or the one that we just
Three.
watched?
I'm sorry, I think it was 6. 3 adults and I think 3 children.
All right, and how many bullets does a standard gun hold? Standard handgun hold?
About 16 or 12. I think about 12, depending on which one.
How
Like a
many
handgun.
bullets do a pistol hold?
So he can. So
Are you
saying?
Are you saying how many does the handgun hold or the?
Yeah.
Yeah, the
You said the
little-
handgun.
So about
most
it
basic
varies,
gun.
but yeah, you can get different extendos and all that stuff.
The
But
most
Yeah,
typically it
basic
comes
gun.
in
How
about
many
12.
bullets it
holds
hold?
22. My Glock 17 holds 22. Well, 23 with one in the chamber.
But if
Mine
you
about
got
15 to 12. Sorry.
if he killed 6 people or 3 people got hurt and 3 people got killed. That means he could have missed 6 whole shots and still did the same thing. So regardless of handgun or AR,
So
it's still can use it.
I think this is the thing, man. And I hate to cut you off, but I think
No,
you
you
get
good.
hung up on the gun and not the ammunition. I think the ammunition is the problem, because what that ammo does, what that round does to a body. Because Kay said hunting, you're not hunting with an AR-15 because it destroys flesh. That's what it's made to do. It destroys the flesh. So yes, it could be that some people, my 9 millimeter is not going to have the same effect as an AR-15 round.
And we could have
It's just
had
not.
people injured but survived those shots.
That is
That's what I'm
the
saying. I
other
know all
part.
guns don't take the same bullets.
Well,
I'm just saying
because
because the answer is not school should not have to be a fucking maximum security prison. It should not have to be like that.
I
The
agree
kids
with
shouldn't have
you.
to suffer.
I think that it does though. Now I think that it does.
I feel the same way because you can
Well,
make a
when it
bomb
come
out
down
of
to the guns that the people don't want to let go, and ain't nobody gonna let the guns go. So I guess that's what's gonna
That's
be
what
the
that
next
exactly.
issue.
That's why we're where we're at now. Because yeah, I definitely I feel heartbroken that, especially in Uvalde, that they said people had to identify their kids by their clothes because the round fucked them up so much. That's crazy. That's crazy.
It
Well,
is.
it need to be
That's
stricter
unfortunate, but
rules on the ammunition.
Yeah.
You can make a bomb out of household items, and that's much worse than an AR.
Well, you
know
don't
what I'm
have to
saying?
make it.
And
It's
it's
already
like-
made. It's pre-made for you. All you got to do is load the round and pull the trigger. That's it.
I mean,
Crack it back and pull the trigger.
the bomb doesn't take that much work either.
Yeah, but
You
we're
know
not
what I mean?
talking about bombs. Profit, we talking about the AR-15, sir. Don't hit me with the
And I'm saying,
Obama.
But I'm saying though, if we were to take away all the guns,
Which I'm not
from
saying.
everybody, I understand that. But
Okay.
even if we were to take away every single gun, if they want to kill a bunch of kids in the school, they still gonna kill a bunch of kids in the school. Either way it go, whether they use a bomb, a knife, strangulation, whatever it is, it's not killing. Mass killing has been going on since Cain and Abel. You know what I'm saying? People been slaughtering people, massacring way before the ARs. They had a cannon back in the gap. A cannonball. They've been doing this. They've been murdering. They've been
They wasn't
killing, and
cannonballing
it's
the
not gonna
school.
stop. It was. I don't necessarily know if it was no schools like that back in the day when they was having.
Well, look, I'll say this, man.
Elementaries.
I think that you make great points, Prophet. I just don't think that, because they can do it, we should do nothing. Because they can take a fork and stab you in the eye and kill you, we should do nothing. I don't think that's the approach to have. And believe me, I am for guns. I am for guns. I am not against guns or in any way, shape, or form. All I'm saying is I think that there should be some solutions. However, I don't know them. I'll give you that.
I agree. I agree
I'll
with
give
that.
you that.
But I don't know the solutions, but I definitely do not think that
Kids should be getting shot up in school.
away. Not at all. But I'm saying
Yeah.
I don't think that gun laws or taking guns. I don't think that that's the answer. I don't think that's going to fix the problem. If
It
you
was
take
the answer
everybody's
for other
AR
countries.
and
It
everybody's
works in other
pistol,
countries. It works in other countries.
I wouldn't. I don't. Well, number one, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible to do. I don't think that it would happen.
It's
I think
a
that's
lot of illegal stuff going on when it comes to guns. harboring a gun. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of shady business. Like you said, all you need is a driver's license versus an actual FOID card or whatever the gun card is called. You know what I'm saying? It's ridiculous because it's so many states that's below the Mason-Dixie line that don't need any type of identification. You just have to be 21 with no felony, and you can go ahead in the store, buy a gun, walk out with that motherfucker the same day. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Now, I do enjoy the spirited debate here. Let me go to the chat because they are going crazy. Ms. Zaya says AK for military combat. Miss, wait, did I put it up there? I don't think it went up there, did it? Okay, AK for military combat. Miss Shanti says mine holds 22. Go on, girl. Kay says unless you have hollow points. Yes, if you got hollow points, it will do some damage as well to the flesh. Ms. Zaya says they tracking those ingredients though.
Ingredients, not that. Ingredients.
Hey, both of them. They tracking both of them. And don't you say nothing, Miss Shanti. Ms. Zaya says if the cheat code is to get an AK, they are going to use it.
They already did that when they started putting it in the music. They already said that the AK and the Draco is cool. That's what you need to get. That's a cheat code right there.
You can't. You
AK,
cannot.
Let me finish. The AK is in all the movies and music, so it's the first choice says K. Ms. Zaya says bombing was the issue back in the day. Now they are tracking those closely. I agree with you on that one. That's what we need to do with this. I don't know how they're gonna do that though. And the AR/AK bullet is twice the length of and shreds the flesh once it enters. That is 100% correct, Samantha, on that one. Yes, and I think it was on you, Prophet. What were you saying?
Nah, I was just saying that it's too late. It's nothing. You can't take the guns. So we really need to just take that conversation off the table.
You brought it. They're not. You can't bring it on the table and be like, we should just take it off. You brought that to the table.
Yeah. What I'm saying though, like,
I gotta go, y'all.
All right, you take care. Thank you again.
All right.
Bye. You welcome.
See ya.
All right. See you later. Yeah. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying.
See what you did. E.
Yeah. I don't think that that's gonna be the solution because you can 3D print guns now. You know what I mean? Ghost guns that can get through metal detectors and all kind of stuff. You know what I mean? So it's just like we got to figure out a better solution rather than saying let's tighten up the gun
ATF need to do their fucking job.
Whatever.
That's the issue. ATF need
What'd
to
you
be
say?
like I say because you have the FBI in most of the major big cities, right? The ATF need to stop hiding and actually do their fucking job. I think that will actually help regulate it instead of going to Mexico every year, you know what I'm saying, allegedly. You know what I'm saying? You need to harbor, you know what I'm saying? You need to focus on your people and, you know, the gun problems here versus going to Mexico because you got the cartel doing whatever the fuck that you don't want them to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kay says they want this to happen so they can control the masses. I hear that.
I said that earlier.
I agree with that.
Or programming.
I agree with that.
Programming.
Hey, man. Hey,
Attack of the Google Bang Bang.
all right, so we're going to go ahead and wrap this thing up. Wait, we got one more. It says, crazy enough, it's the younger generation, so we can start tracking up the limit and stricter requirements. I definitely think so, man. I think it was who was it? It was Chris Rock that was saying we need bullet control, not gun control. You raised the price of that bullet. Motherfuckers to think twice when they shoot motherfuckers. Like, man, is this motherfucker worth it?
Big facts. I mean, I'll put it like this. I didn't see numerous live videos of kids in the Chicago school system alone. Like, they're going live and all this other shit. They got sticks in their bag or they got guns with fucking drums and they shit. And it's cool. You know what I'm saying? And the fucking security guard ain't doing shit. Like, I get it. When I was back in high school, back in 93 to 97, yeah, we had the security guards scared too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But now it's a whole nother fucking level. They don't even want to look at them motherfuckers. Oh, I know he got a gun. I'm gonna go this way. What? Why are you there? What's the point? You know what I'm saying? And then when I was in school, we wasn't even as bad. And Kay can contest to this, or not contest to it, but she can. I'm pretty sure she agreed to this shit. We wasn't as bad as these little motherfuckers these days. You know what I'm saying? Like we wasn't bringing guns. Maybe you might catch a butter knife or a switchblade or a butter knife. That's at the worst, or a lock in the sock or some shit. Not no guns. Come on, bro. Come on, nah. Come on, man.
They making that shit too. It's like some new Nikes. You know, I was on YouTube watching like shorts and stuff. And as soon as they picked up that I was looking at some guns, they started flooding me with just gun shorts. And it's like all these kids, these young, little, small, skinny, puny kids with all these big guns. And you can look in their eyes and tell them they ain't got no ops or nothing that's looking for them. You know, they not really.
It's cool.
You could tell. Yeah, it's just a part like a belt. It's like a fashion statement now. People riding around with these guns is a fashion statement. You know,
the thing is,
it's gotta be
that's
stopped.
a whole nother
But that-
podcast. But just speaking on Chicago,
Yeah.
the like gangbanging and shit is from generations, right? So it's because, you know what I'm saying, you killed my cousin, or you killed my brother, or you killed my daddy. You know what I'm saying, or my granddaddy. So I'm still at you. Like it's retarded to say the least. But that's
Hatfields
the
and
issue.
McCoy.
That's the issue, though. You know what I'm saying? It keeps. That's their programming. They keep feeding that shit, or they keep hiding that shit. You know what I'm saying? And it just keep rolling over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I said lock in the sock, K. I said lock in the sock.
Locks.
I said lock in the sock.
I hear that. All right, man. Well, I don't want to keep y'all. I definitely do appreciate everybody for coming through. Thank you for the spirited debate as well, man. And everybody's opinion, I definitely do.
Yes, indeed.
I definitely do appreciate you. Thank you to Gooch. Thank you to Vanessa, and thank you to Steve G for coming out and doing the damn thing, man. We finally got to get into the gun talk because I'm usually the one that's outnumbered. Now I have somebody on my side, so I can say what I want to say now. So I appreciate it, Vanessa coming through to do that. And then I can't say thank you enough to also the comment section for holding it down. And I know a lot of y'all probably didn't say anything. Y'all over there lurking, listening to the content. Thank you too. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to come in. You can be shy. You can sit back and just relax, sip on your Moscato and enjoy the topics. That's perfectly fine. But I do thank you for coming here. Not only coming here, but also hitting that like button. I appreciate you. Thank you so much.
That was a gun.
Hey, mine's registered. All right. All right. I think I got, let me see. Be there next week. Okay, awesome. That sounds great. And also, like I said, we will be doing the King of Spades tomorrow at this time. So I will try to drop the link in the I know Steve said he still couldn't get it. So I don't know if it's something on YouTube or what, but I'm gonna try to do it. But you did see me sub to you, right? You didn't see me sub to you?
It didn't pop up yet.
Oh, son of a bitch. All right, so
let me refresh it.
I promise I did do it though. And I'll go out there. I'll make sure I post it. I think if I post, I can post like a comment here on YouTube, right? And post it, and it goes out on the feed, right, Steve?
Yeah, okay. You should be able to. Ooh.
I think so. Steve's my guru when it comes to technology.
The thing is though, because it's a newer channel, I don't think your community tab is open yet. Ooh. You might need to go to the home page and copy the URL and send it in a text.
All right, we're gonna work on that on the backside then. Appreciate that. Yeah. So thank you everybody, and I will as soon as I can, I will drop that to you guys. It'll be the King of Spades again. We're gonna be an all gentlemen podcast where we're talking about all stuff related to the fellas and whatever we want to talk about. Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
And I got some topics.
Hey, you guys, email it to me if you do got some topics, so that way I can try to bring up maybe some footage or something like that for whatever you're talking about or something. You know what I mean? So make it real legit, if you can. Thank you, everybody. We are out of here. As I think Kay would most likely say. Did she type it in there? Let me see. Oh no, she ain't type it in there. Hold on. She ain't say it. I don't know if she's gonna say it or not. She said hit the like button. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here. But until next time, make sure you zip it up and zip it out. Peace out.
His bitch gave me top, he came home and she kissed him. My Glock got a bean, yeah, I bet I won't miss him. Got pints in the back, like my doctor just sent him. My plug out in Cali, he about to go ship him. Got peace for the low, if you wanna come get him. I'm moving slow-mo, I got lean in my system. And Guac got it booming, I'm feeling a rhythm. I murdered the beat, turned this bitch to a victim. Bitch, I'm that nigga, I already said it. I feel like B. Draco, just give me my credit. You niggas look capping, that shit so pathetic. The price is now dropping, my nigga quit begging. Your chick, yeah, she think she look good in them leggings. Might slap on the cat with the dick if she let me. Don't gamble your life, little nigga, don't test me. This 30 shot, it's on my Glock, gon' protect me. You better think twice before trying your luck. I know some niggas who don't give a fuck. I said some niggas that come at your neck, I give them a check and they shooting shit up. I'm getting checks, I can't fuck with the laws. I drop with the pounds like it's legal as fuck. I'm with your bitch, she gave me them draws, and you be at work while I'm beating it up. Then you come home and start eating it up. She sneaky as fuck, but get freaky as hell. Now back to the trap, I just made a play. I'm selling a pack and I don't need a scale. I pray to God, I don't see a sale. If I go to jail, I'm posting the bail. I stay with a strap, I just bought a case. So if you run up, I'm giving you hell. I bust on your bitch on the wall, she was climbing. I bust that bitch down and her pussy got diamonds. Don't talk to nobody, yeah, I'm moving silence. Unless you talk money, I fuck with the climb. My plug, he just text me that shit perfect timing. I can't trust a hoe cause these bitches be lying. You rat on your man, yeah, that shit horrifying. I can't be a snitch, I know you testifying. You snitching, these niggas is bitches. I clear the scene, I ain't leaving no witness. I'm stacking racks like I'm done playing tennis. Just running it up, I can't stop till I'm finished. I'm just getting started like this the beginning. I learned from my losses, that's how I keep winning. I got 2 Glocks that's related, they twinning with 230 shots in case niggas start tripping. I need a bag, I'm getting impatient. I'm trying to get rich, I got tired of waiting. I trap out the law and you know where I'm stationed. No days off, I still trap on vacation. No face, no case, no identification. So you can get popped with no hesitation. Look by the G-code, you got no combination. You claim you won't smoke, but don't drop a location. I'm meeting the streets with a freak undercover. Your girl is a freak, she said take off the rubber. The cat was so wet, so I fucked like a lover. Her little bro was broke, so I fronted her brother. That's why I'm young trappy, I trap like no other. I need some more pounds, cause I just sold another. I really get money, and that's on my mother. Rely on no one, I learned that from my brother. His bitch gave me top, he came home and she kissed him. My Glock got a bean, yeah, I bet I won't miss him. Got pints in the back, like my doctor just sent him. My plug out in Cali, he about to go ship him. Got peace for the low, if you wanna come get him. I'm moving slow-mo, I got lean in my system. And Guac got it booming, I'm feeling a rhythm. I murdered the beat, turned this bitch to a victim. Bitch, I'm that nigga, I already said it. I feel like B. Draco, just give me my credit. You niggas look capping, that shit so pathetic. The price is now dropping, my nigga quit begging. Your chick, yeah, she think she look good in them leggings. Might slap on the cat with the dick if she let me. Don't gamble your life, little nigga, don't test me. This 30 shot is on my Glock, gon' protect me.
Attack of a go little bang.
No cap, no crap.